on deck at the airport. And one is that big Dassault a 900. That thing is about as big of a private jet as you'll get. Two other smaller ones over here. One they just pulled out. The one in the middle, it's got a T-tail. The other one looks a little bit smaller, T-tail. So I'm guessing they're going to be flying soon. Enough to check the schedule. But panning to the right and over this just unbelievably gorgeous piece of land, and over to Sikorsky. It looks to me like they might have an S-92. I know the engines are turned on. You can hear the engines running, and you can see the beacon, the red beacon flashing on the bottom, and you can see the green tail light in the back. Guy standing in front with a helmet, and it seems like the turbines are getting louder. But that doesn't mean they're going to fly. They could just be doing a run-up, a static run-up on the ground, just to check. You know, in a turbine, I imagine you check pressure readings, RPM readings. I don't know if you show RPM readings on the inside of a jet engine. There might be a lot of electronics that they want to check with the power on before they put it in the air. And with the power on, you want it out on deck. You don't want it in the garage where all the fumes are accumulating. I'll tell you what, though, it's my opinion that in the next 10 years, the rotors are turning. In the next 10 years, airplanes and rotary aircraft will all be electric. But who's to say? That guy standing underneath there. There's a guy standing underneath those rotors. I don't know, does he have fire suppression piece of machinery there? Or? But we saw the very beginning of the rotors being spinning up. So there goes that guy to the other side. Maybe he's looking in through the door saying, hey, you know the rotors are turning. What'd you say? I can't hear you. The engine's too loud. I said, the rotors are turning. Oh. You say that there's something returning? My brother Jeff would appreciate that. We've had some funny linguistic anomaly kind of conversations where he's trying to tell me about some guy or the sky. He's trying to tell me about the colors in the sky, in other words, the sky above us. I thought he was trying to tell me about some person that he bumped into. He kept on saying the sky. I thought he was talking about a person, and he was talking about, never mind. You had to be there. So anyway, the rotors are turning. The rotors are turning, but they're not going to taxi with that guy standing next to the craft. Not only is that dangerous, but it's very dangerous. I don't think it's dangerous for that guy to be standing underneath the rotors as they're turning and getting started up. That's quite a sight though, isn't it? Well, we'll come back if he taxis. He's not going to taxi. There's two pieces of equipment, one on each side, port and starboard. So I don't know where he'd go to taxi. We'll keep an eye on it. So he's going up. That's one thing the radio helps me with. I know now he's going to taxi. Now, when he taxis, like he's taxiing to the left, he's got to drop those rotors and tilt them to the left. Look at how big that should be. I wonder if there's anything bigger than an S-92. That blows me away. But Igor or Igor, whichever you prefer. And look at the rotors. See how they're slanted forward? That's what's pulling the ship forward. Man, that thing. I gotta believe that's more than 30,000 pounds. So I found out the S-92 weighs out on Google as far as, and you know, Google is always right. The Google gods have told me this thing weighs 27,000 pounds. However, that looks like more than 27,000 pounds to me. Okay, so the rotors, see how the rotors are profiled slanted forward? Now he must have just put on the brakes because they're still slanted forward. And they're tilted forward like that. They're pulling the craft forward. Now the rotors, you'll know he's going to take off when the rotors flatten out and then suddenly they bend upwards. So there they flatten out, now they're bending upwards. And there he goes. That was quick. Look at that. 30,000 pounds. Just hovering about 10 to 15 feet off the ground. Did we get the Wawa coffee order? Let me see. There's 3 medium coffees, black with extra sugar, and there's 3 more with 1 cream, equal, and Splenda, and a shot of mocha, and a shot of vanilla and hazelnut. Okay, you writing all this down? Because if they go over to the airport, it looks like they're going for coffee, which I get a kick out of, you know. What are you going over to the airport for? Oh, bouncing around a little bit there. I think I've seen that many times. It drops suddenly. I wonder if that'll abort the test flight. Okay, he's leaning forward. Okay, time to go to Wawa. Look at that. He's like maybe 20 feet over the road. They're gonna go over. He looks really low. So I guess what they do is they confirm a connection with the ILS. That's Instrument Landing System for this runway in this airport by going over there. And I hope they announced on the airport Unicom what they're doing. Hate to see a citation coming in at 140 knots, not knowing this S-92 is hanging around. Taking a look at the runway. Turning around. And my guess, oh, is he putting it down? He is. See, I don't understand that. Or no, is he or isn't he? Looks like he's putting it down. So I guess he's going to do a departure, like a standard departure from runway 29. Oh, the light just came on. He's giving us light signals. It probably says, screw you, pain in the ass videographer. Oh, is that Morse code? Okay, he's up and he's taking off, it looks like. Where is he? He's moving. Yeah, he's leaning forward. So to take off, in a rotary craft, you push the stick forward, which you do not do in an airplane. When you're taking off, you pull it back. But you push the stick forward and you increase the pitch on the rotors, and that's what helps you take off. And there he goes. Up and away. We'll be back later with the Wawa coffee. Brought some for ourselves though. Retractable gear on this thing too. I don't know if it's retractable gear or not. Vertical takeoff and landing, huh? You know, Elon Musk said that's where everything's going. We're not going to need runways in the future. And I would not argue with that guy. I wouldn't bet against him. That's a sight, isn't it? Lighter than air. While those rotors are turning, it's lighter than air. I like to see one of these things auto-rotate. I think to get your rotary wing rating, you have to show you can auto-rotate. I think you have to do it 3 times on your check ride. I would love for a rotary wing pilot, confirm that, if there's any out there. Anyway. Happy landings, S-92.